again and welcome. My name is Carol Astbury and I'm talking to you today about one of the things that seems to worry brides and grooms and cause sleepless nights and headaches more than anything else I know, and that is trying to stick to and plan, of course, the budget for their wedding. Now, in this day and age, you hear an awful lot in the media, on television, in the news, wherever, about weddings that are, unique, but at the same time really seem to blow out the budget. And a lot of those weddings are, of course, weddings from celebrities, and of course they tend to spend an incredible amount of money because they have the money to spend. But the average cost of a wedding around the world these days, particularly in the Western world, is somewhere in the vicinity of about $26,000. That's an awful lot of money, isn't it? Something to be worrying, I'm sure, for people. How are we going to get that much money together? Well, at Wedding Plans Guide, we hope to give our members some good strategies for keeping that budget manageable. And we're going to be loading these into the resources section. There'll be lots of ideas in there. Some of the things we'll be covering will be things like the guest list. Now, first of all, when you're putting together your guest list, this is often a time for overwhelm, because you may find that you get a lot of pressure from people who want to include this person or that person, or they may just be those people themselves saying, please, please, pick me, invite me for your wedding ceremony. But you really do need to be very careful about who you're going to include as a guest. Think about it together, very carefully, discuss it. The people you need there are the people that you know, love and care about you. You can really blow out the budget by having people there that you just feel you needed to perhaps invite for one reason or another, but in all practicality your guest list is just getting too big. So sometimes choosing a smaller venue can be of an assistance here, because obviously smaller venues can't manage the huge numbers, and it's a good reason to be able to keep those numbers a little lower. While we're talking about choosing the venue, this can also be another cause for a blowout of the budget. So select your venues very carefully. One point is to go and meet with staff at the venue and ask them for an absolutely all-up price. You don't want to get nasty surprises later, such as corkage or parking prices or whatever that might not have been, or even I've heard of one or two venues who now charge for the couples to go there and have a rehearsal, which is really quite outrageous. I mean, you do need that wedding rehearsal, and I really don't think it's something that's have to be paid for. So check all of the things out with the venue. Another way you might save money with a venue is to perhaps forget Saturday afternoon at 3:30, which tends to be one of the most popular times. You might find that a Friday evening or a Sunday morning might be cheaper for you. You get a much better price, or off season perhaps, so you're not picking those days that are so traditionally so popular, such as Valentine's Day, for instance, or New Year's Day, or whatever it might be. Go for something slightly off season, and you might find you'll save a considerable amount of money. Food and drink at the venue. Now, here's where we tend to splurge sometimes unnecessarily, because we feel that we really want to give our guests the most fantastic experience. Well, they can still have that without perhaps all of those extra courses. So look carefully at the menu, and you might decide to do something like perhaps have 2 entrees instead of an entree and a main course. Also, you could use your wedding cake for the 3rd course, for the dessert. And why not? Some of the modern wedding cakes are fantastically suitable for this, especially those that you can pull apart easily, such as those ones made with cupcakes or the little pop cakes. great idea, and people can actually enjoy the wedding cake rather than having the old traditional style of cake, which was very heavily frosted and a heavy, fruit cake, which people were given a little piece of to take away. Well, it's great and it's traditional, but quite honestly, if you want to save a little bit of money, using the cake as the third course is an excellent way to do that. Another thing you could try to do is to focus very wisely on the $2 shops for your things like wedding favours and table decorations. Now, on your wedding plans guide, we're going to be giving some great tips and videos on how you can make a lot of these things and save a lot of money yourself. If you're just ordering these things through a wedding organiser, you're probably going to be paying top dollar, whereas family and friends might enjoy helping you to put some of these things together, and it will certainly clip a little bit off your budget. Also, your wedding invitations, what are you going to do about those? Are you going to send out paper invitations, or would you consider using the internet, maybe emailing? You can get some great designs and programs to do these things off the internet. We'll be covering those in Wedding Plans Guide as well, and also tips for making them yourself if you choose to use a paper form of invitation. So there are many ways that you can clip the budget and trim the budget, I should say, rather than clip it, and hopefully avoid those sleepless nights and worries. All of these things need to be discussed very early in your planning stage. Outsourcing to friends and relatives to get some help with making some of these things is great. Don't leave it all till the last minute to work out who's going to do what. I'll leave you with those thoughts for now. Lots of things to think about, I know, but we hope that our members, if you would like to become a member of Wedding Plans Guide, you certainly will be getting a lot of support and in this particular area. Alright, so it's goodbye from me for now. Carol Astbury saying happy celebrating, and see you again soon.